Hey folks, today we're going to be talking about downy mildew and powdery mildew on your cucumber, squash, zucchini, pumpkins, all your vegetables that are susceptible. More importantly, we're going to show you how to take care of that and enjoy those vegetables for the rest of the summer. So grab some coffee and let's get started. Man, look at that. Watermelon.
How about that sunflower right there, huh?
Nice. Okay, so we're going to take a look first at powdery mildew. And folks, like we mentioned earlier, this can affect everything from cucumbers to cantaloupe, watermelon, zucchini, squash. So you can see here we have a pumpkin. We have a few white patches just starting off on this young pumpkin leaf. But as we move up the vine, we can see this gets progressively worse. So we take a look at that real quick. And when we get to the older leaves, you can see it looks like someone just has taken powder and just sprinkled it all over these leaves. And this is a fungus. And in order to combat this, we're going to first remove the affected leaves. And then we're going to spray that with a fungicide. So we'll take a look next at downy mildew, which has a different characteristic than the powdery mildew. So again, here's the early leaves, and here is the later stages of powdery mildew. Okay folks, so with downy mildew, we see some different characteristics. Powdery mildew is pretty easy to spot because it looks exactly like someone doused your plants in powder. So downy mildew, you'll start seeing dry brown spots, particularly around the outside of the leaves. You'll start seeing yellow discoloration is the first few signs. And as it progresses, you'll see more of these brown spots. You see it just looks like the plant dried out. Looks similar to what you would see with some windburn, but you're getting that discoloration as well. And as we progress, you're going to get some more yellowing of the leaves here, along with some more of these brown spots. And eventually this is going to overtake your leaves to where the entire thing is going to be, it almost looks like rust, like your leaves are covered in rust. And your plants are going to start at the bottom in the older leaves, and you'll slowly see that working up toward the plant. So this is downy mildew. Again, just like powdery mildew, they are both treatable. It's a two-step process, and we'll take a look at that now in step one. All right, folks, so getting started. I always like to pick all my vegetables before I spray anything. This is no different. Even though it's just a copper-based fungicide, I still want to come out and pick all my vegetables first. So we'll start with our cucumbers here. We're just going to come through looking for watermelon, cantaloupe, cucumbers. Get those all out of the way. You can see this warm weather here. We're in zone 9A. So we're picking a mass of cucumbers probably every 2 or 3 days. You can see here's some cantaloupe. So this cantaloupe and also a watermelon here. Those aren't ready to pick, so those will be fine. We'll just leave those on the vine. We'll just come through, moving the leaves, checking everything. Another cucumber here. Getting all those good old fresh cucumbers. Making your dill pickles, your sweet pickles, your relish, summer salads. And these are some Diva cucumbers, smooth skin. I got links down in the description below for these variety, as well as some straight 8 cucumbers on the other side. So we're just moving through. See, we got watermelons here as well. Just put that back in. Just coming through, moving the leaves. Getting ready for our second step. Another cantaloupe here.
All right, so that's pretty
All right,
good.
so we got a nice little hoss bucket full of cucumbers right here. That's not too bad at all. So we'll set this to the side and we'll move over. Okay, so you got your cucumbers picked, or your zucchini, your squash, your watermelon, your pumpkin, whatever it is for the week or the next couple of days. You want to pick that, get it out of the way. Step one, these leaves. So step one, these leaves that you have, they're affected. You want to take all of these and you want to clip them off, okay? That's why it's important to catch this early. You want to remove these leaves to keep that from spreading. You don't want to put it in your compost. Get you a trash bag, get your trash can, put those leaves in there or dump them in your burn pile. So these are spores that are on the leaves, so we want to remove those leaves as a step one to help curb the spread of this fungus onto the rest of the plant. So you see here, as we got the new growth, the new leaves, these look fine, they're unaffected. So step one, we're going to remove all those leaves that are affected from all these plants. So let's get. Hey folks, so we're just coming through real quick. We're getting everything a quick glance over. Any downy mildew spots, any of those dry spots or yellowing, putting those off. Remember, these leaves are affected. We're going to get rid of them. The plant's going to produce more as those vines grow and put off new leaves. So right now, this step, we're just removing all those affected leaves. Pruning those off, the plant's going to make more. Okay, looking good, looking good. All right, so we got our leaves into the burn pile. All right, we have all of our affected leaves off of the plants. So step two, we're gonna mix up this Downy fungicide. Folks, this is a copper-based fungicide. It's gonna stop the downy mildew and the powdery mildew in its tracks. So that's why it was important to remove those affected leaves first. This is going to help that fungicide really make a difference in your plants. As your plants put on new leaves, this is going to help protect them from being infected. So step two, we're going to mix up the Downy or any other copper-based fungicide. I'll have links in the comments below. We're going to use a hand pump sprayer to easily mix that, keep it on hand. We're going to do this once a week. You're going to come through, you're going to pick your affected leaves off the plant, and you're going to come through and douse those plants with this fungicide. So here we go. All right, folks, here's the product that is going to make an absolute world of difference in your fight against mildew for your cucumbers, all of your melons, your cantaloupes, zucchini, all of that. This is a Downy fungicide. It is a concentrate. It will make up to 64 gallons depending on what you are treating. For the cucumber, to use as a fungicide, you're going to mix 2 tablespoons per gallon. So we have a half-gallon sprayer, fix and see in a second. So we're going to mix 1 tablespoon per half gallon. Folks, the other thing we're going to be using today is this half-gallon hand pump sprayer. It's going to have links to both of these items in the description below. This makes the job so much easier. I mix it for the week. You pump it up, you spray your plants, and you're done.